Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good morning.
I'm short this
Good,
morning.
good. Well,
Look at that. Okay.
almost
Good morning.
afternoon now.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. So,
Yeah, this is, I feel like an interesting week because it's a week before our big event next week and a lot of events happening here in Houston. And so it's just like hard to focus on anything else right
yeah.
now.
Do you want to just talk about the Houston
Right.
Energy and Climate Week then?
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Let's
So,
talk about some of these. Yeah.
yeah. So just as I guess, a reminder here. So this was something that was cooked up a little over almost 2 years ago, and took a year to kind of get together. But I think and everyone has a different way they kind of come into Climate and Energy Week. But I remember there was a whole time there where like we had folks flying to the West Coast for RE Plus, which is this week. And then they were back in Houston for like a hot 3 days. And then they were going off to the East Coast to hit up New York Climate Week and the ensuing kind of chaos that's over there. And of course, people were here for Energytech Venture Forum, which has been hosted by Rice for like, I don't know, 18 years, 20 years. And so the question is, what do people know to stop into Houston? Because it is an innovation and uh, energy innovation capital. And that was also something kind of new in a way, because I think Houston and Texas was kind of a flyover state in the past. And we actually have a lot going on here. So there needed to be a time to celebrate that. And so the idea came together to say, let's go run a week and do something around it that was meaningful and different, and from my perspective, a way to draw in people from outside Houston to come in and visit, but then also just to connect with industry here, because we have all these fantastic smart people who work in the energy industry who ultimately are the buyers of technology, who need to learn about what the latest decarbonization technology is. And the more you can kind of get the hype built up around two sides, the more people will show up, and it has a real good flywheel effect. So, and it's amazing to see how many events there are going on this week. Like it feels like it's more than twice than last year, like 3 times, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and it's going to probably increase every year, right? Because this is only the second year that we're doing this and we're getting a hang of things. Like last year, I think it was just kind of thrown together.
Mm.
We were like, okay, we'll be part of the mix. And now we know, like, we were sitting down with our planning team and we're like, we are way ahead of where we were last year, but it still feels like that we're behind.
Yeah, there's always the last little details you got to hash out.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
our
So
main event, I
go ahead.
think our main event is the pilotathon that we do every year, and this year we're going to do it bigger, in which we're really focusing on getting our startups to focus on pitching a pilot instead of pitching their company. So that's why it's called a pilotathon, and our startups love it. They love that idea, and our corporate partners also love it. So we have over almost 30 judges that are signed up from different corporates, from Aramco to Exxon to um, some venture firms. We have all these different companies that have signed up as a judge. They're going to be in the audience and listening to about 24 companies pitching from all over the US. Mostly I think there's one company that's even coming from abroad, but it's just great to see all that coming to Houston for Houston Energy and Climate Week. So we'll have a morning program, and I just posted the link on the chat, so you can check out the Luma. The morning program will be a speaking program. We have a bunch of panels. We have Taylor Chapman and Deanna Zhang coming in and opening the floor for us and telling us about what's the latest that's happening in Houston when it comes to climate investments. What are the biggest things that we should know about that have happened over the past year? They wrote a really great report last year that became really popular. So there'll be a new version of that for this year. So they'll be presenting their takeaways. Then we have a panel of some of our founding startup members. So that
Hmm.
includes Moji, it's Ben from RevTerra, it's Hertha Metals, Laureen, and a new addition this year is XGS, which is a
Hmm.
geothermal company that's headquartered in California, now expanding into Houston. And so we'll have Lucy, who I think is the chief commercial officer, who sits in Austin and will be down here and on that panel. Do you have the program in front of you?
No, but I can.
Okay. Then we have after that, we have I mean, I don't know if I want to go through everything in detail.
Well,
but yeah.
yeah, I think the moral of the story is like we got a lot of good speakers.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a startup founder, I think we actually have like 3 more tables left open. We ordered the tables. Tables were ordered, but there's always people who drop out, and I think we learned about one company that dropped out this morning. And so if you want to get on the wait list, go ahead and reach out. Maisha will put you on the wait list, and we can provision a table literally the day of. So let us know. And I think the goal is to share kind of your technology, why it's ready for market, and really help customers understand, what does it take to actually do a pilot? What's the value to them, right? Different than an investor kind of presentation, and you want to view this as a miniature expo like you would at CERAWeek or like the Hydrogen or CCUS conference. It's really that first step. So we'd love to see you there, and then. There's obviously good networking. We'll be doing some speed dating, matchmaking in the session, and it'll be busy. It'll be fun, and I'm looking at the numbers. Like I think we're halfway sold out already. So it's also like time to get tickets. If we do this well this year, we're gonna grow out of the venue next year. So at the rate we're going.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I think it's a great place to be if you're a startup, want to meet industry, want to meet investors. They're all going to be there. We're doing a matchmaking session. And if you're corporate and you want to network with other industry leaders and also know about what's going on, what's the latest in technology, in energy transition. We're also today giving out a coupon code for those of you listening. So that's ETN-NADA50, and I'll post it in the chat also. So whoever's listening, you can use that code and you get a 50% off the full day pass, which includes the morning program, the lunch, and the afternoon showcase. And then we talk about the after party.
No, let's talk about the rest of the week actually. So, yes, the after party is actually the second most important thing after the pilotathon. So after the pilotathon winds down at 5, we'll send everyone over to Axelrad for a happy hour. That's being hosted. The main organizers, New Climate Ventures, and we're helping to sponsor that one. Axelrad's a good venue. Outdoor, cold beer inside, outdoor seating outside. Even today, I think our team was commenting how the weather's really mellowed out here in Houston. So we're hoping that keeps up for next week. And if you're looking for food, there's actually pizza in the back. There's kind of like a shared backyard going on at Axelrad. So you can get food and drink and good networking over there. And I think there'll be some speed pitches and obviously a good number of investors in the space. So would recommend that. I'm actually going to stop between pilotathon and the after party. I'm going to stop at the Activate cohort, which is at the Ion. And so just if you imagine like the geography of Houston, we're going to be going from downtown. I'm going to stop at the Ion before going a little east to Axelrad, and I'm going to meet up with some of the new folks in that program. And I'm just sure it's just going to be good networking between high quality entrepreneurs that we all want to connect with, but also to meet the investors and strategic partners who might want to be there. So would recommend making that pit stop along the way. In terms of other things going on this week, I think there's actually like 2 open sessions. I would say there's like an opening ceremony for Energy and Climate Week, and then within the startup focused week, the Ion's going to have a session. I think from I think that's from like 1 to 5 on Monday. No, 4 to 8 on Monday. It's a kickoff panel and block party. I'm going to be there for the panel, and I'll probably leave early because we have to get ready for pilotathon, and I probably have to write the MC notes for the day. But there's a good amount of things going on even on Monday, and I think there's even some activity starting on Sunday for folks who are coming in early.
Did you say you will be on the panel or you'll be there for the panel?
I think I'm on the panel. I hope I'm on
Oh,
the
really?
panel.
Oh,
I'm thinking
awesome.
I'm on the
The block
panel.
party.
So
Oh,
yeah.
okay, awesome. And I see now, like, if you go to the Houston Energy and Climate Week calendar, Startup Week calendar, I'll post that here too. Um, the pilotathon is on there. All the events are on there, so you can. I don't know if this comes up here, but I'll post it on the LinkedIn chat so people can see that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
not
it's
if
a
you can
very
see, I just shared with you our guide for founders coming to Houston. So that
okay.
one's also one I would share. It's a little more focused just in terms of where I would spend time if I were about fundraising or kind of building network connections.
Mm,
The other thing that I think is good is if you're not, I'm gonna promote something that's not necessarily on our schedule. You should definitely go Tuesday morning to the pilotathon. But if you need to be targeted, one you should check out, especially if you're working in the power grid, in the power space and working with utilities. Looks like Ampron is hosting a pickleball social at 8 a.m. It's in Midtown. And Nextera and Powerhouse Ventures will be there. So as much as I would love to say go to the pilotathon, it's the best in the world. It is worth checking out if you're targeted in the power space, and obviously Sean and Ampron and the folks there are A plus. So I would consider adding that to your list. Um, and then on so that'll leave you with a full Tuesday that we've just covered. And then on Wednesday, there's a couple of activities going on. It's like an AI day, actually. So Electric AI Day starts with our friends at Energy AI Solutions. That'll actually be at our Green Street location on Wednesday afternoon. And then there's a happy hour you can drop into with Collide that's hosted by Collide and Midnight Marketing. And that's going to be another good session that runs from 5 to 7. I forget exactly where that is. And then there's a couple of other items. I think Greentown's hosting their own like global session starting in the morning, and then there's like a hackathon that's being hosted. Hackathon, I think if you're a founder, it's a little challenging to decide if you want to invest the time. But if you're very early in your journey, you want to find some other passionate co-founders, like-minded people, or just want to get a lay of the land of what people are talking about, it might be worth checking out. And then throughout the day on Wednesday, there's actually a lot of good like domain specific events. There's I think Geothermal Rising um, and Microthermal are hosting a good geothermal event called 24/7 Energy Abundance. Again, if you're in that space, probably a good one to land into. And then if you're doing synthetic biology, First Bite Ventures again on Wednesday is hosting a biomanufacturing masterclass. It's not really, it doesn't seem like the topic is as much about like supply chain and like how to like get your microbes to do what they do. It's more of understanding the market dynamics and how to invest in the space, what to look for a scalable startup. Still good to look at if you're a founder in this area and you want to benchmark your own business. So I would check that out. And then at the end of the day, I think on Wednesday, um, there is a reception hosted by Baker Bots, usually a pretty good crowd, usually participants in the Energytech Venture Forum. They say it's invite only. I would try to sneak in if you could, if you're not necessarily going. Don't take that as Jason saying you should break the rules, but it's really a good one, and I think that one's usually done right at Rice. So I would try to make my way into that one, or find yourself an invite. Nada, is there anything you're looking forward to during the week? Oh, you're on mute.
I was muted. Yeah, no, I look forward to obviously our big event, the pilotathon. We're also doing a VIP dinner on Thursday for the winners of the pitch competition, and then Thursday is the Energy Tech, the Rice Energy Tech Forum. So I plan on being there. Those are kind of the main things, and I know there are a bunch of receptions and things that will be happening throughout the week that I'll be attending. But yeah, it's going to be full on.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the other thing that's one to look out for, especially if you're not in Houston or if you're looking to scale up a chemical process, is to check out the Shell Stitch open house. So this is a Shell Technology Center Houston, and Mars Materials and Dexmat are there, basically co-locating in the acceleration program. And what they're showing is just the case study and how you can build your kind of chemical processes company quickly. And when you partner with a company like Shell, they come with safety, they come with processes, they have like permits for handling all the stuff you need to deal with when you're out there. And the folks at Shell can help with advising, engineering, things like that. And so it's really, if you're looking to build your own wet lab, like don't go and partner with Shell would be my recommendation. But this is a good opportunity to go check it out. So I would highly recommend. And I brought out the community to go visit Mars, and it was really mind blowing to me how that space was.
No, it's really good to see what they've been able to do there.
Yeah. And then I think our friends at I think low carbon technology, low carbon future, Society for Low Carbon Future, are hosting another session on how AI is going to affect carbon capture. Looks like a really good group of panelists. So all folks in industry, everyone from Siemens to Baker Hughes to Rystad Energy, like would check it out. It's going to be a good group. And then after our after party, I'm probably going to stop in at the House of Blues to visit with Fathom Fund and MIT. And that one runs pretty late. I think it opens up at like 7. And I assume they close out the house, but it's live music. And then that's all deep tech folks. So if you're doing, most of Energytech is deep tech, but would totally check it out. So that would be my week. I'm going to take Friday off. If you're interested in are not a founder or an investor looking at a couple of startups, Halliburton has their Meet the Startups Day Friday morning, and Chevron has an accelerator Meet the Startups Day over at U of H. I think if you're looking for something that's chill, there'll probably be some investors there. That's Friday morning, and would check those out. They don't quite make the list, because I think it's more of a showcase day, and I think it's a little harder to network on those. But might be worth checking out if you just want to see what other folks are working on.
Yeah, I know. And by Friday, I feel like I'm just going to be beat. So most people are start early.
I'm going to be flying out to New York, so I can check out New York Climate Week. And my wife Yamini has already put together a food menu for like what we're going to spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on. And it was imperative I land in New York City by 5 p.m. so that we can go to dinner. So that's what
we're it all planned out. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, if anyone's plan is in New York or plans to be there, you should reach out to Jason because he will be there. It'll be good to connect.
Yeah.
What else is important for us to let people know about? Well, we didn't talk about what happened last week. We had a phenomenal speaker come to our Determined to Lead Women's Lunch and Learn that we hosted at the Chevron location. Really a big shout out to Chevron for letting us use their space at the Ion, where we had Jessica Roman from Phillips 66 talk about how we should be thinking about our ESG and sustainability strategy as corporates going forward, given the new administration and like the changing winds all the time. So that was really good. I think we had the highest turnout of people show up on Friday. Usually we get about maybe 45 people. I think last week we probably had about 60 show up. The food was great. We ordered from this Thai restaurant and just led to some really good discussions. So that's for those of you who are in Houston, that's something that we do once a month on Fridays. And all this information about our events you can find out on Luma if you follow Energytech Nexus. I have Rusty here asking a question about, are any of the Python speakers going to be on Zoom since I am remote now?
Yeah, we'll definitely be recording the pitches and putting those on. I think they'll either go into Collide or some other format online. I think for our speaking program, we don't have plans to video them. No, I remember this. Doing video of the speaking program is like $5,000 or $10,000, and I was like, we're not spending money on that. And unfortunately, no, that's we're not going to be able to put that on remote. So sorry, Rusty. One of these times we'll get you back down here, and give you the opportunity
Yeah,
to
I
play
mean,
in
we
there.
are recording. Didn't we say we will at least record the pitches? I don't know if you'll record the morning program. So at some point you might have access to it. If it's good quality, we'll put it on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
I think that's the challenge, is getting good quality. You got to pay for it,
mm,
and
mm.
it's out of scope this year.
Yeah, no, you have to be here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, so I think that's really the main thing for us is right now is Pilotathon, Climate Week, and then back to back, then you'll be off to New York Climate Week after that. So anything
Good.
else we need to talk about?
Go to the Pilotathon, go to the after party. I think those are the
Find your
kind of big
ticket,
things for us.
reserve your spot. If you're a startup, we
Yeah.
might still have some showcase tables available. I mean, last year the company said the showcasing was the most important part for
Oh
them
yeah. Yeah.
because
It was good.
yeah, and it's designed in a way that everyone who comes to listen to the pitches or the morning program, they do go around and look at who's there, because we also give them these raffle tickets when they come in, and they're supposed to give it out to their favorite showcasing table. So people do go around, they want to see who they can give their tickets to and talk to people. And they had, especially those who came from out of town, found that session to be the most valuable in terms of networking and meeting with the right investors, industry partners, etc.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's
All
good.
right.
So come with your business cards, and have fun.
All right. Good. Well, we'll see y'all Tuesday, I guess.
Mhm. See you all next week.
There you
And
go.
I dropped the coupon code. So if you're listening or if you happen to see the recording, just go to the comments and you'll get a 50% off on the full day pass. Okay,
Cool.
thank you.